I know I've been away for a while. Chika tayo later about my life update. But now I feel the need to post this video because somebody asked me about the accommodation and insurance here in Austria, and I feel that she really needs the information ASAP, maybe for her applications or plans in the future. So I'm going to post it right away. So, when I was in the Philippines, I am not fan of wearing sleeveless, but here, gosh, it's very hot in here, and it's already summer here in Europe. So when you say summer, it's really summer, like 30 degrees Celsius and above, and the hotness, the heat in in the area here, it's really different. So I now understand why Western women likes to wear sleeveless. I now understand why. For the accommodation, example, my accommodation here in Graz is 275 euros. So it's around, wait, calculator today. Ready for you. So 275 times 60, it's 16,500 per month for my accommodation. I'm living in a student home, or it's a student dormitory. But in the next semester, winter semester, the dorm manager emailed us that the rent will be increased for 10 euros. So next semester, I'll be paying 285 euros. So it's around 17,100 pesos. That amount is actually cheaper. That amount is actually cheaper compared to the other accommodation here in Graz, because um, s- uh, they are paying around 300 euros and above. My accommodation is cheaper because I'm living with a roommate, so we are two in a room. And I think two in a room is the maximum occupants in every room here in their dormitories. So if you want to live in an apartment, expect that it's gonna be more expensive. I've talked to some of my classmates, and one is she is living with her boyfriend, so they're paying around 600, yeah, 650 euros in an apartment. They have their own kitchen, their own toilet, they have a storage area, and they have a bedroom and a living room. Yeah, it's a pretty good accommodation for the two people. But yeah, it's expensive. They're paying 650 for the two people. So if you're a couple coming here in Austria, you can get an apartment. But actually, here in the dormitory, I've been living with a lot of people. In our floor, there was this Russian couple. They are boyfriend and girlfriend. So they are living inside a room, the two of them. So they're paying, yeah, same with me, 275. So it's much cheaper. So but it's actually the disadvantage if your partner is not a student. He or she cannot live in the dorm because only the students are allowed to live in the dormitory. So if you are a couple coming here in Austria, if you are both students, then I suggest that for you to save. I suggest to get accommodation in a dormitory because Austria is pretty liberated, baby. it I mean, not only Austria, all over Europe. So it's fine in the dormitory if a couple lives in there. It doesn't matter. It's not an exclusive women or men dormitory. It's mixed. Yes, so that's the situation here. Um, I'm living in Graz. It's the second city in Austria. So the biggest city is Vienna. So in Vienna, I heard that the accommodation there is pretty expensive, like around 400 euros and above. in a dormitory. So yeah, you should check your and prepare your expenses, your finances going here. So because the accommodation is really expensive. And so for the insurance, and my insurance, I actually have this private insurance. I'm paying it's an insurance usually given to au pair, but also for the students if you're in a budget, in a tight budget. I'm paying 51 euros, so 51 euros times 60, 3,060 pesos. I'm paying it every month, but that's a private insurance. But actually here in Austria, they will really recommend you to get a public insurance because when you get sick, public insurance is the best here in Austria because of the public hospitals. Their healthcare system here in Europe is pretty good, I- including the medicine. It's free. So, for starters, for students coming here for their few months, you can I would recommend for you to get a private insurance, maybe just for a few months, maybe for 6 months, because it in order for you to save, because when you get a job, the employer will also get a public insurance for you. So yeah, you don't have to go to the insurance agency here for the public insurance, because it's the employer that will apply the public insurance for you. If you are a student and you started to have a job and work for that employer, then they will give you an insurance. I hope you get my point. Yeah, so in my case, I have a private insurance, but my employer gave me applied a public insurance for me. So of course, the insurance will be deducted to your salary, to your employer. So, and it's up to you if you are going to continue your private insurance or not. But for me, I will not continue my private insurance because my employer is already paying a public insurance for me. So, yeah. Why am I speaking in English? I'm so sorry. Nasanay na kasi ako na yung kadalabas ko dito sa dorm, I have to talk in English because my Deutsch is schlecht, meaning my Deutsch is poor. So, yeah, Tagalog tayo. Nakaka-communicate ako sa English dito kasi wal, isa, dalawang Pinoy lang yung nakita ko dito. Tapos may mga pamilya na sila. For student na Pinoy, wala akong nakita. Yeah, the students here are pretty international and wala akong nakitang Pinay. Ako lang ata dito Pinay. Mostly dito Pakistan, Indians, Koreans, Chinese, Vietnamese, Hong Kong, yeah, and then South Africans, Nigerian. Yeah, wala masyadong Pinay dito. So, I have to talk in English all the time because yeah, yung Deutsch ko beginners pa lang ito. Pero I really want to improve it as soon as possible for a better life here in Austria. So, sana nasagot ko yung tanong niya about accommodation and insurance. So, actually for the application of the visa, you need to get a travel insurance and a local insurance. The two insurance are different insurance. Travel insurance and health insurance, because a travel insurance, it's for your flight. If your flight will be delayed, yeah, that's and your baggage will be lost, that's the insurance for that. And the local insurance are the insurance here in Austria, like a local insurance here in Austria, and that's what I've been talking to you about, the one that I'm paying, the private insurance and the public insurance, because it's up to you if you want to get a public or private insurance. So that's two different things. And for your travel insurance, for my visa, actually, for my visa application, I only got 2 weeks of travel insurance. Actually, you can do it for 1 week, but based on what I remember, there was actually this what do you call this, range of like if I will get 10 days of insurance. It's the same. The payment is the same with the insurance for 2 weeks. So I got the maximum range of the insurance. So you should check the insurance for the travel insurance. So because other students get 6 months travel insurance. No, it's not needed. You only need the travel insurance going here in Austria. But when you're already here in Austria, you don't have to pay your travel insurance because you're not traveling anymore. You're already here. All you need is that local insurance for your residence permit documents for the because when you arrive here in Austria, you have to submit documents for you to get your student residence card. And one of the requirement for the student's residence card is the local insurance, either private or public. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, you can actually get a 1 week travel insurance. It's much cheaper. But yeah, you just check. The travel insurance that I got when I arrived here for and insurance I submitted for my visa application was Pioneer. Yeah, Pioneer Insurance. Just search it in Google. Pioneer. And I also heard insurance about this. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I forgot just search about the travel insurance. There are most travel insurance are actually suggested in the airlines, international airlines, so you can get there. And yeah, that's it. So see you on my next video for my life update here in Austria. But for now, I don't have time to give updates because it's a pretty long story. And yeah, see ya on my next video. Bye. Before I say goodbye, how to find an accommodation. If most university, all of the university here in Europe, they have their own university website. So in that website, check if they have some suggested accommodation, because my dormitory, I found it in the university website, in my university website. So and you just have to email the contacts for the dorm manager in every student time that you found in the university website. Um, in case you cannot find any suggested accommodation in the university website, then ask the international coordinator of that university about their suggestions for the accommodation here in Austria, because they will really help you about the accommodation, and they are more knowledgeable for the student accommodation here. And by the way, for my travel insurance coming here, I already remembered. The one that I got was Pioneer, and I also heard this AXA travel insurance. You can check it in online, Google. And for my private local insurance here, I got Care Austria. Care Austria Education 364. Just explore the website. Care Austria. You can check it.